Hello and welcome back. I do hope. Switching gears here to, as you can see, Hellblade.
Hello. Who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. Dead. It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness. There'll be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? They're watching. Why doesn't she feel her coming? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue.
This game, if I can interrupt the other voices in your head, is very, very special and unique.
I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. Well, that's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking? He's in hell high.
Look, up ahead. You see it too?
You promised.
Oh, I see it.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call Hell.
Turn back. Go back. Go back.
This is
It's not safe.
recommended to be enjoyed with headphones. All these voices that you're hearing in her head are sort of meant to simulate a type of psychosis that she is experiencing. And I'm going to try not to interrupt them too terribly. That is really a part of the experience here,
Around and you will see them.
is what she's telling herself.
The sick, the slain. Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here. This is not a place of rest.
Can't do this. Go back. Go back. They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you.
So you can never be exactly sure if what she's seeing or if what she's hearing is real.
They're watching her. They're watching her. You're so close to the darkness. Go back. Can you feel it?
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years.
This is called Hellblade, Senua's sacrifice.
It just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her.
And yes, fair warning, it
Turn away.
does have a bit of a horror aesthetic to it. There are some things you may be about to see that can't be unseen.
It's like
Fair
it knows
warning.
that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
as we journey deeper into hell.
They can feel you.
You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper.
I'm not sure what sort of body count we've already hit here, and that was just the opening credits. I regret to inform you.
What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us. There's no going back.
You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
It would be a privilege, absolutely. I will join you. Okay, so now I am in control. Finally.
You have to take
I mean, she's likely about to die.
She needs to focus now.
She needs to use her
Do
eyes.
not forget my stories, Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your
So it looks like those red ones are ones that I did not find during my original playthrough a while back.
But gods and the living will follow
Keep an
this
eye
way.
out for those.
You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge coming
When things get more physically difficult for her as well, when it gets darker or more dangerous, her mental state changes accordingly.
Hunger first. Like a pack of wolves on a hunt.
So the voices, the psychosis actually does get worse
Not this
when
time.
you're in the darkness. Versus when you're in the light, she can kind of calm herself.
Can you see it?
The land of mist and fog.
He's in there.
The old fool was right.
You see it?
What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
He's lost. He's lost.
Where are you? I hear you.
He's there, you know it.
There's no doubt about it.
Lost.
The source of the darkness is in Helheim,
They're called
and the goddess Hela holds his soul there. her dear beloved, Dillian.
So this head attached to her belt here, as the kind lady just told us, is Dillian, her beloved's head. And that's why she is venturing into hell, H-E-L, hell, to attempt to bring him back, to bargain for his return.
She needs to save his soul. She wants his soul to be at peace. She needs to lay him to rest.
The bridge to Helheim. I forget its name. She forgets too. But she does remember that only the dead may cross it. That part wasn't so easy to forget. The old fool said there was a hidden path up to it. Let's see, shall we?
Take a quick peek for runes I may have missed down here. So sorry to be so quiet here. The commentary of the voices is so fascinating. I get wrapped up in it.
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. The sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim. And that is where you must travel.
Got a nice balancing act. Gaming standard. Gotta have those.
Just drop down. What's down? Do you know where you are? Why did she do that? She shouldn't have done it. She can't go back now.
No, this
So
is
you can
it.
tell just because she's in the cave now, it's darker. The voices have kicked up.
It's going to hurt you.
I highly recommend it. It is a very, very
I'm not one of them.
intimate experience.
I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. I'll never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you? It's just a memory.
Drew? Is that you?
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. A liar. An old fool. Druth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories
As
again.
long as you don't cough on me, sure.
I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
Look really clearly. Focus.
I can see one.
Focus.
Hold
and
it in
you'll
your
see
mind's
what
eye.
happens if you
Find
focus.
one like it to open the gate.
Okay. So find a similar rune
It's near.
somewhere else in the world.
You will find it. Look towards the gate, and the gate will open.
The gate gate is open. Go through the gate. Go through it. It's dangerous. Follow it.
It worked.
How will it take you? It's safe.
Absolutely, ghost sidekick. I'll take it.
Spent 6 years enslaved in hell. But I watched the Northmen. Learned their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid a heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
Ooh, slippery.
Another voice joins us. She once tried to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. But what good is that? When we are always here. I guess it's the same with heights. You can stand on the edge, pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near, waiting for you to make that little slip. You can't just wish things away.
She's gonna be just another body.
The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
So our new ghost voice friend is telling us that Dillion was sacrificed to Hela. Not necessarily just died and we're trying to get him back, but someone seems to have used him in a ritual of some sort.
You have to open it.
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? The half-rotten goddess that rules over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Shh. Someone's here.
Uh-oh. Here's where my incompetence will likely come into play.
You took him from me. I beg you. Let him go. I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
She seems to be speaking to the darkness, this thing that is taking her over. And occasionally she seems to be able to see. Okay. Can't seem to hit these guys. Not sure if I'm supposed to let them, have at me or what. That must be the idea. I am not yet able to handle some of my demons.
A vision.
It's really hard to handle. It's really unfortunate to have to see.
The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her. All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
It's one of those uplifting game mechanics that helps you maintain your sense of morale throughout the experience. So it seems to be very directly telling me that if I die, the rot, the darkness in her arm, will spread. And if it spreads to her head, it's all over.
With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul. But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow, whatever the cost.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Surt, and the god of illusion, Valravn. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
What a cool quest, my goodness. Alright, give me just 1 second. I'll be right back.
How will she get through? Why won't it open? Why can't she open it? She needs to challenge the gods.
She has to fight 2 gods first.
2 gods?
2 gates.
Which will she choose first?
One of them will kill her, I know it.
She's going to die. Uh-oh.
Which one will she challenge first?
Be very careful, Senua.
Choose a gate, Senua.
2 gates, 2 gods.
She's too scared.
Which one?
Alright, so sorry. So we are off to find, Surt, was it? And Valravn. Spill their blood. Is that where I came from, or is this a way to go? I wonder I do. That's what I get for, taking my attention away. Yes, that is where I came from. Just double checking. Before I miss a secret rune there. So what was it? Fire and illusion? What do we want to deal with first? Let's deal with fire.
Surt, the fire giant, has answered. He comes from a land older than mankind. And the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raise their enemies to the ground. Find him, Senua, and spill his blood.
Okay, here we go.
She found the wretched old fool on her way back from the wilds. An outcast, who was badly burnt all over. She took pity on him, for he was not long for this world. Like her, who spoke of his own darkness. The Northman.
Senua, we each walk these lands gazing towards different horizons, some of us further than others. Your father cannot see what you see, but there is nothing wrong with seeing the world the way you do.
She occasionally seems to see what I imagine is her mother's face. In various things, in water, in mist, in fog. It seems to be guiding her, but not necessarily from the same perspective as the voices in her head. Oh, too late. Or too early, rather.
She finished him!
Don't let them split.
Finish him!
Okay. Pardon me, my violent tendencies. Beg pardon.
I can still smell it. The sweet, sickly stench of burning human flesh. And I still hear their cries carried in the wind. Do you hear them too, Senua?
Yes, I heard their screams, and I still hear them now.
Focus.
Is rune number 1.
Follow the screams.
Let me check if I am still with you here. So sorry, my stream ended. I hope it was just on my laptop side.
You can hear the runes. Can you hear them? Find the runes. 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 Find the runes.
I cannot tell if I'm still with you. I'm so sorry.
Are they screaming?
I just seem to have lost my my Wi-Fi there for a moment.
But you already walk amongst the dead. Look towards the gate, and you will see that it has opened.
So I do hope I am still with you there. I'm so sorry. Having technical difficulties on this side.
When they first came to my lands, I knew enough of their tongue to beg for mercy,
And they took me as a slave. I wish now that they had slaughtered me like the others.
I rode their storm of fire, death, and slavery to many lands. This darkness you speak of?
I know it well.
And I'm still here to fight it.
There we go. I think I finally got my stream back up. On the laptop side. Hopefully that didn't affect you guys at all. I do hope. I'm good. Okay, thank you so much. It is quite the blaze.
Take him down!
Not today. Thank you.
You run! Find a good position! Don't let them surround you. She's scared. Defend yourself! Nobody cares.
Yikes.
She's going to die. She's hurt. She's injured.
I keep doing that way too early. To be of any use to anyone at all. Perfect. So glad it didn't affect you guys there. Notoriously terrible internet.
When you see a fire gate of Surt, know that only a sacrifice will stoke the fires of Muspel and let the dead walk through.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Okay. There we go. Just wasn't close enough. I chose to sacrifice the entire world, apparently.
Hell will not give you the answers you want. But you mustn't look away from the horrors it does offer. Because you cannot overcome suffering if you refuse to look at it.
That's fair. That is fair.
What's happening? Is the fire gone? Where's it gone? The fire's disappeared. The buyer. Cert is through there.
He's waiting for her. You can't get through.
How will she get through?
She'll need to find another way.
Truth said, find your own path.
The Northmen say that the defender of Muspel is called Surt, the foremost of the fire giants. His name means the Black One, because he is like something burnt. The Northmen believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming sword.
Another fire gate.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
It's too far.
She'll never find it. She'll never make her way back.
She needs to remember the way back.
What happens when she finds it?
Everything will burn.
Concentrate on where you're going. She needs to remember the path.
Everything will burn, then how will she find the way back?
She won't. She won't be able to tell.
The Northmen believe that the world will be destroyed someday. They call it Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. Asgard will be attacked by Surt and the fire giants. A monstrous wolf will swallow the sun, and the gods will fight in vain against their enemies. There is nothing they can do to prevent it.
Those voices in your head, especially if you have headphones on, they're coming from different directions, different times and levels and intensities, and they really do eventually kind of get to you. They kind of work their way in.
I searched for meaning in their suffering, in their eyes. But they just screamed like helpless pigs.
Okay, here we go. Here we go again.
Do your gods answer your prayers, Senua? I asked the gods for mercy, all of them, even theirs. None answered. In the end, I set myself free. Defy the gods, Senua! Find your own path, like I find mine!
My gods abandoned me. I am alone.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Another rune gate. Let's see where they've hidden these.
Northmen of Hell worship the Devourers, insatiable gods of darkness. I come from Erin, Senua, where I once followed my own gods, the Tuatha De Danann.
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua, I was a man of knowledge, not a warrior. To survive, I did things. Bad.
Knowledgeable things.
Like you, Senua. The man I once was has died. And when that happens, even gods you worship can die with you.
Is the secret?
Lovely. is the other one? Don't know if it would have me go back this far or not. Let's keep checking around here for a moment. Typically starts to sparkle with the rune in the air when you're getting close. I haven't seen any of that around here, so it could be back there. But this seems like a long way back. Hello? Anyone have any runes out here? No? No one? I must just be overlooking it. It does get very sparkly up here, but not with the rune in question. I am just not seeing any sparkles for it. Which is strange. Let's check back up here just to make sure. Aha, here's some sparkles for it.
It's hidden. Look for it.
There we go. So sorry. And then I need this door. Finally figuring it out. Okay, here we go again. Sorry, sir.
Remember your training. Do it. You're close.
Come on, my friend. Alright. Oh, yikes. Got a little too close there. So sorry. Let's try that again. Oh, that was just unfortunate for everyone. So, the darkness has spread further up my arm because of that little mishap. Do I have to do that whole thing? I must. They are very nice, especially when I don't go way too early and flub the whole thing. I love a good countering system. That's my favorite. Okay, one more brief firestorm. I'm sure it won't be the last. Oh, give me just 1 second here, so sorry. There we go. My apologies. Someone at the door. I had to scare them away. Very bad timing. Okay, let's try this again. Oh good, I already beat my demons, I suppose.
Good. Let it collapse, and have the courage to shed your tears. Raise your world to the prime!
My world is dead.
Only then, as with a newborn, will you see the world anew.
No, I see nothing now.
We have several options. I'm not sure which way is the correct way. But let's try this ladder. This must be where I'm supposed to stand to find... Yes, likely that. Absolutely. Have a great Sunday there. Thank you for stopping by. imagine we will have to go right back up there in just a moment. I picked the wrong direction. For forward progress. Let's just get this activated.
Tell me truth. How did you escape your darkness?
Senua, once I found my purpose, I was no longer enslaved to the suffering I had to endure to reach it. Unclouded by fear, I could see it clearly in others. Even my captors feared the fire of Cert. And so, during one raid, I took my chance and ran, knowing that they would not follow. The fool ran into the fire. They left me for dead. Maybe they were right to. But here I am. Free.
I'm glad I found you in the wilds. I wouldn't have made it without you.
Okay, so assuming another one may be back in this, first bridge we saw in the house. And then we'll have to suss out the last. Or maybe it will come to us, I'm not sure. There we go. And hopefully we should be able to open this door from this side. Small shortcut.
Senua, if I can survive the fire of Cert and escape my darkness, then so can you. Run, Senua! Run! Run! Through the fire! Keep running! Go on! Nothing will stop you! Run, Senua! Run! 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 Run, Senua!
I'm running. I promise I'm running.
Don't give up. Don't give up. She's dying.
It's empty. It's
That is a rough day. Rough day every day.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This darkness takes everything. Everyone.
Senua, are you sure you want to do this? this together, side by side. We always do.
This is my battle. I have to face it alone, away from you.
Where will you go?
I don't know.
For how long?
I don't know.
I believe in you. You know that. Just...
Such an amazing performance on her part. I don't know what the actress's name is, but my goodness.
I want you to say it.
Phenomenal.
I want you to say it.
I will come back to you. I promise.
Come on.
Spill the blood of Celtic. Take his mark.
Hello, Cert.
You from the world and forever be in your debt.
You destroyed everything, everyone, but not me. Fight me now.
Go.
He's getting stronger. Stop
Okay, that's rough. It's rough with all the flames.
She's hurt. She won't make it. The flame shield! Stay back! Focus! Focus now!
Ah, there we go. Let's try that.
For every battle won,
I have to think that that's
takes its place.
somehow like the worst, most visceral part
Until we fall.
of grief, or of trying to get past a trauma, the fire of it,
We all fall.
the immediate, intimate raging, burning, the anger.
Gods have their time. Yet we still go on. Why?
I made a promise, and I will go to hell to keep
I
it.
die free, knowing you will carry my stories with you. I have fulfilled my quest.
Yes, you have.
When the darkness comes, I vow to guide you in this life and the next to fulfill yours.
Then I will see you in hell.
Be ready
See you in hell, my friend.
to face horror in the eye, as I have. To find your answers. Your quest. Your truth.
Druth was a troubled man. A scholar turned slave. They tortured him. Took him with them on their raids. Drove him to madness. Spreading this new form of darkness to new worlds. To my world. Senua saw a deep connection form between the Northmen and the darkness. His tales of hell were true. Then that was the source of it. She learned everything she could from him. Until she too could see what he saw.
Hoping this is the right way back here.
Have you ever done?
I stroll through the woods now that the fire has been put out.
Serious question. When the illusion of self is shattered, you simply cease to be. Though it may not seem that way to others, you know when it is true. You can feel it. A stranger in your own body.
Ouch. These narrations are calling me out.
Same ever again. Senua has died.
Getting a little too real.
And she will do so again. You can be sure of that.
No, thank you.
They surrounded you. Not struck. You finished it.
Nice shield in the way of all of my fun times. Oh, I've no idea what just happened.
It's nearly over. Ignore the pain. The gate won't open.
Okay.
Why not? She can't. Why? She's only done one test.
Let's try to tackle the
What's the other test?
God of Illusion as well while we're here. Maybe that will be a good stopping point.
Ancestor of the seers and master of ravens.
Valravan.
His prey with his powers of illusion and feasts on their remains. Follow the path.
Oh, this looks like it's going to be rough.
Meet him in battle to earn his mark. The
It's
gate
going to be an emotionally difficult time for me.
without it.
So what kind of illusions do you mean?
Ymir was a frost giant, a being of darkness, and all his sons and grandsons were dark after him. Of his daughters and granddaughters, some were monstrous, but others fair. But there was another who came from the ice. Buri, in shape, he was like a man. illusion hides the path to Valravn. Don't trust your eyes. Find another way to see the truth.
Okay. I'll just find another set of eyes real quick.
What's that? It's a door. No, it's an edge. No, it's not. Push it. Push it.
There we go. Expended a lot of effort there. Beautiful. I see the truth.
Something's different. Can you see?
It's funny. We all want to see behind the veil, don't we? But once we do, we mostly just close our eyes again and pretend what we saw was never really there.
Okay.
Senua never could close her eyes, however hard she tried. Begged.
Yeah. The chat is mentioning that the voices go through stages of like laughing at your death,
Because once you gaze,
goading you on towards it, but then cheering for you, like, no, you can do it. You're strong enough.
I can see you too.
And they're about equal. There's no power weight on either side. They cheer you on and call you worthless in equal measure. Okay. Oh, why I cannot get the timing right on those overheads.
Don't let them get behind you. Surround End it. No, it's nearly the end. We're winning. He's down. Finish it. Finish it. Strike it.
Lovely.
The Northman will not stop her. She will find what she's looking for.
What terrifying new horror awaits beyond this door?
Valravn's power of illusion comes from ravens. Align the ravens to break his magic seal.
Show me what you have seen, Truth. Look how much it's changed. It's all different.
Let's see here. There must be something that is changing. Is my microphone still working? It seems to have gone out on my end. I'm not sure how or why. Can you guys still hear me?
The seal. Align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
My headset is going out again. I'm so sorry. There we go. Thank you very much for checking. I'm not sure why I can't hear myself. There we go. I think I finally fixed it. It was my inline volume control that I had twizzled with a bit of robe. I'm so sorry. Thank you for bearing with me. That good old inline volume control.
Do you feel it too? It's like crossing into another world that
Oh, I feel
is the
it.
same but feels different. An imposter world where the forest itself is watching.
Another gate.
What a beautiful line that was.
Stay back.
An imposter world where the forest itself is watching.
You can do it.
It's just lovely. So I imagine I should probably get up there in order to see all three of these aligned. But let's activate it first.
To break the seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
Now we just have to figure out how to get up there.
Which ravens?
Where are they?
Can't you see them? Line up the ravens.
I hear something.
If you hear the soul of Valravan, follow it, and it will lead you to him. But be aware of his illusions. You can't always trust your eyes.
Oh goodness, is that Valravan? That is amazing. All right.
He doesn't need where he's going. Focus. Where is he? It's all your fault.
I'm not sure if I'm just supposed to affect that and go back out or what. Must be this way. The world is shifting. Keep looking for those rune stones there, so sorry.
Fight!
Is she lost? Wouldn't be the first time. Last winter, before the tragedy, she journeyed into the wilds of her native land, living off berries, roots, and rabbits.
Every time I pass, my view under something he changes
A Gelt.
or disappears.
Some like Truth become Gelt in search of penance. Like Senua, to purge a curse. those who make it back.
Open up all of these doors. Just in case. I'm not sure what that does. Exactly. I'm sure we'll find out. Perfect. So that, reforms the bit of wall with the staircase up to where I should be able to align the symbol of Valravan.
She can get up now. What's happening? She can get up now. How can she get up? It must be magic. Dark magic. A trick. Valravan's tricking her. Valravan. How can she get up? Wait. It's him. Dark magic draws her closer. It's not him. He's helping her. It's not him. It's a trick. She's doing it on her own. He's not tricking her. It's magic. It's an illusion.
Okay, let's try this. Must be getting closer to Valravan himself.
And we think of a shadow in the woods, a creature in the night. If only it were that simple. The worst kind comes without warning.
She can't go in there.
Deep and primal signal from within.
Valravan, he's
A
there.
reminder that just because you cannot see the threat, it doesn't mean that it's not already here.
Go round. Find your own path. There's a different way.
I love the writing of this game. There's so many amazing lines like that. Let me behind that shield, sir.
Behind you!
Yikes. That wasn't good at all.
She's so weak. They can see your
There we go. So sorry. It's always hard to tell which way you were coming from. Coming or going after you've been in combat.
The Northmen say you must sacrifice in order to receive. They tell how the runes were revealed to Odin only in sacrifice. He hung himself from the world tree, and he stabbed himself with a spear, and he dedicated the sacrifice to himself. For 9 nights he hung on the tree without food or drink, and at last he saw the runes below him. He gave a cry and gathered them in his mind and learnt them.
Do you know what it's like to leave everything behind? Your home, loved ones, to head deep into the wilds, perhaps never to return.
Boy, do I.
Senua does. Because when darkness speaks, it changes everything. Turning home into a foreign land and loved ones into strangers. Exile makes sense when you realize.
I don't know what this one is changing.
In the first place.
If anything, maybe it will come into play later. Not sure which one of these statues is going to turn into him first. Maybe all of them at once. That would be exciting. So this looks like a rather large one here, like it could be a change gate. But it's quite wide. I need to activate this first, before some things might become active subsequently. I'm sure we've all been here. We've all felt suddenly overwhelmed by a task we were assigned, and the confusion has swelled within us.
It's over here. Is that? It's over there. No, it's here. There's 2. Listen, focus. Listen.
So now I'm guessing we will be able to perhaps limit the number of choices
The forest.
with these gates somehow.
The wilds.
So if I walk through here, that wall will be gone. Let's do that.
She wanted to fight her own darkness. She thought she could beat her own darkness.
Did she beat her darkness?
No. It nearly killed her, but she tried.
Druth helped her.
If it wasn't for Druth, she'd be dead.
And sometimes the things they say are so intimately painful
She wanted to marry
to me.
She came to beat her own darkness and marry Dillion. But it didn't work.
She thought her curse would affect him.
Good, we have a bridge there now. So let's walk through that gate, use the bridge.
The darkness to him too. She nearly died.
She thought the curse made her tainted.
And then I should be able to put this down.
Druth helped her.
Perfect. And then go through this wall, which was removed by that circle gate. Make sure we got this rune back here. And we did.
The Northmen say that Odin is always in search of knowledge and wisdom and magic.
Good.
There was a very wise being named Mimir, who guarded the waters of wisdom which flow from the roots of the World Tree. Odin wished to drink from this spring, but he had to pay a price. So, gouged out his eyes. Drank away, and traded one in the sea.
So I may need to place another section, like there might be one more gate I missed that will allow me passage here to that, what I'm assuming is the goal. That may reveal which one of these hanging things is actually accurate. But I must have missed another piece. Let's go check. Ah, yeah, it's probably the wall I removed to get in here. So you have to remove the wall, get inside, open this gate, so that you can then replace the wall you removed, which will allow you to walk over. Potentially is the answer. So yes, put that wall back. This is fascinating. Now hopefully this gate will provide a little clarity. Yes, it removes quite a few, at least.
The ravens. They've gone. No, half of them have gone. They've gone. Some are still left. But where? Are ravens helping?
He's not helping.
It's a trick.
Quiet.
Out in the wilds, in the cold winter woods,
Where?
she no longer felt fit for this world. She
Must be
always kept
progress, at least. I'm not sure where to head next. If we can't align it from up here.
She remembered her promise. She resolved to fight on.
Let's check if anything else is standing out.
Which had become a part of her.
Looks like there's something over on that side of the forest here. Let's see if we can make our way over there. There are two sides to every forest. Okay, so what's going on over here? Okay, there is a bridge across through the reality of this gate. I'm assuming we want the bridge. Let's check if it's over here even. Not sure if this is one. It must not be. Give me 1 second here. One moment. we go. So sorry. Back in action. So I don't think that that set of trees is doing anything. Let's continue on. Make sure nothing's popping in here. It's getting close, but not quite there yet. There. That must be the correct one.
There is no such thing as victory when it comes to the darkness. It's like it doesn't want to kill me. Yet. You'll know it hurt. Biding its time. Only when she is at her weakest will it strike to kill. Will she find Dillion before her time comes?
Ah, that does remove some more of them. Luckily, we already found the right spot, so we don't really need it. But hooray!
Looking back,
We just
I was
got
so naive to think she
strangely
could
lucky
find
there.
Dillion. The further she saw into the darkness, the more she struggled to see anything at all. And the gloom, the smallest hints of shape, sound, thought, grew in strength until they consumed her whole. Before she knew it, the darkness had her in its claws.
Enough of your illusions. Face me in incompetent combat. This looks like a boss arena if ever I've seen one.
Overcome Valravan's final illusion to face him in his keep. I know you can do it, Senua.
Alright, the final illusion.
We've both seen darkness. We can fight it together.
I'm not sure what it is.
Speak to me, Drew. Tell me a story.
Senua,
Something must be changing.
I will tell you the tale of a man called Findan.
Or maybe we have to come back and use that later.
The Northmen captured Findan's sister, and his father sent him to pay for her release. But they took his gold, put him in chains, and held him for a day and a night without food or water. Then they released him. I don't know why. Upon his return, his father's enemies in Erin set fire to his home. His father burnt to death, and his brother was killed.
That was a terrible
He
story.
escaped with sorrow in his heart. His father's enemies offered redress for his loss and invited him to a feast. It was at a hall near the sea. But when he went there, they betrayed him to the Northmen, who enslaved him and took him to hell. 6 years later, his slave masters landed on the shores of Orkney, burning all before them. And into that fire, Findan made his escape. What was Findan? Burnt away that day.
A
From the
beam.
flames, a new man stepped forward, and Druth was born. Druth, the man that I am now. And though Findan never set eyes on his dear sister again, I, Druth, have found you, Senua.
I wish you could have seen my home before these dark times.
So, yes, that tree. I'm assuming we want back in place there. Let's try that. Let's see where this gets us. Up into Valravin's nest. To play with all his shinies. Oh.
Broken. The gate is open. Open.
This darkness. I know it from the wilds. It's coming back for me.
I'm still here. Are you too?
Oh, I'm still here. Don't worry.
I remember. It didn't end well in the wilds. It never does. You think you can overcome the darkness.
Oh, man.
Make sense of it.
That's an unpleasant idea.
Settles in. Strikes out of nowhere, throwing you helplessly back into the maelstrom. Drowning the mind in fear.
I do not appreciate getting pecked in the back.
Dragging you down so far into the void that maybe this time there is no coming back. But there, in the darkness,
Senua,
she remembered what he told her.
hear me. Reach out to me. Senua, take my iron mirror. Look into it, for it is a window into the underworld. Within, you will see the face of the darkness that you fear. And if you focus, like I have taught you to, you will also see that as much as the darkness has you trapped within its veil, it too is trapped within yours. Focus. Focus! Focus!
I see you. I see you now. You led me to the wilds. You trapped me there.
Come this far. Keep going. Don't let them get behind you. Keep them at She will die. You will die.
Come on. Let's have at each other. Why not? Let's make it like a real fight.
Stop them.
me again. No, thank you. Oh, those are so hard to dodge. Okay. No, thank you. Oh, now he's in ghost form, I guess.
There's blood.
No, thank you. Okay.
I never beat you in the wilds, did I? It was an illusion. But not this time!
Pecking at my back. Get out of here.
The mark of Valravan. One of the keys to the gate to Helheim. Hold it in your mind's eye.
Oh, I'll never forget.
With
Don't
every
worry.
battle, the darkness grows stronger. Every victory, bringing her closer to defeat. Unfair, isn't it? In those dark winter nights in the wilds, there were times when she considered letting go. If it weren't for truth, a chance encounter in the wilds, she would not have heard his stories of the Northmen. And she would not have this chance to find Dillion's soul.
I'm coming.
Slightly glitchy cutscene there, but we got the gist of it. So having faced her burning anger at the unfairness of it all, the intimate sting, she has now cleared her mind of delusions and confusions. I hope.
When she was younger, she would lay in the grass and stare at the clouds. And there she saw them. Elusive. Shifting faces. After a while, she could see the faces everywhere. In the trees, the mountains, caves.
It's nice that they give you a little hike back. I'm enjoying this hike.
Faces too. They're there. If you look for them.
Senua. Mother.
Senua, you have the sight. Just like I do. Once you can see into the underworld. The underworld and all the souls within it will see you. Don't be afraid when they speak to you. I will always be here to guide you.
But I am afraid, and I will continue to be.
That was
Is the
her
problem.
Galina. She was a priestess. A healer. She taught Senua to see the weave that binds the world together. And it was beautiful. It was a time before the darkness. But when it did come, it first came for her mother. Senua still sees her face from time to time, hidden in the world. Like she's still watching over her. She misses her so much.
This must be back, finally, here. Let us just see what is, around the next corner. This may be a good stopping point, I'm not sure.
You may cross the bridge over the River of Knives to Helheim.
Why is she waiting? Open the gate. Open the gate. No, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Don't open the gate. Don't. She's done it. It's so dark. It's dark. The darkness.
Only the dead may cross.
Only the dead may cross into hell.
Truth? Anyone?
There is no one here but me.
Not you.
Did you think that I would let you go? That you lost me back in the wilds? I will never let you go. You can't get rid of me. I am your shadow. And I will be watching when you draw your last dying gasp.
I'm not ready to die.
You will be when you see what they did to your dear beloved.
Damien!
In this waking nightmare, where all dreams come true.
That sounds amazing in these headphones.
Control. A way to pull through. When you were in love, you left him in tears to smother your furies and banish your fears. But in darkness they came. Through stormy black seas they raided these shores. Do you still hear his screams? And now that you're home, he's so far away. They've taken his soul. To these gods you cannot pray. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through his darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. You fought for love unspoilt by your darkness within. You fought for your dreams. Now there's no way to win. In the head of his corpse lies the seat of his soul. So you must carry his vessel to bring him back home.
Dead.
You did this! No! This is your fault! Your fault! No!
They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through this darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart.
Bravo. Standing ovation for that entire sequence.
The darkness touched you. Everyone could see it in the hollows of your eyes. A gaze averted from life. You ran from it but brought it nearer. Led it to him. An endless suffering worse than death. And you wanted to surrender. Abandon him to find peace with the gods. No. The darkness won't allow it. So you will walk into the lair of the beast. Look it in the eye, and you will go to war. This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.
That is just phenomenal. I can't imagine a better way to set up Act 2. That was great. So this really should be a good stopping point. We could come back for combat on the bridge and the last half of the game next time.
The gods made you a
Hopefully
warrior,
soon.
Nathan. It's your calling.
It's just far too much fun to kill people, though. Let me tell you. Get rid of that shield.
It's nearly over.
Okay. A little bit more combat than I was hoping for. But there we go. Maybe I'll see if slipping through this doorway gives me another checkpoint, or whatever that would be called.
Open into darkness brings another change.
Okay, or perhaps we'll just go right on to a mini-boss. That appears to be what's happening. We're just gonna go right on to the mini-boss. Oh, I can't seem to evade. Can't seem to evade when I am this injured.
Take him down!
Whew. Mini-boss and some cohorts. But no longer. That was far too much fun. So yes, I would love to be able to just continue on here and get clear into the final part of the game in one sitting, but I think it's going to be about another half at this point. So I had better take this puzzle-solving brief break from the action as an indicator that this is the place to stop. And if we have to do that battle again, when we come back next time, I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But that is the opening chapter, shall we say, of Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. Absolutely amazing game. Hopefully we will pick up the next part of this soonish, at the very least next weekend, probably Saturday when I come around to it. So thank you very much for your time and your kind attention here. This is about to get very, very good. I will try to put it out on Twitter, etc., when I am going in for the final part here, so that whoever's interested will have a heads up. Because this is really my favorite section of the game, coming down into this whole part. So I will look forward to seeing you next time. Look forward to the next time I get to whip my blade out here. And thank you again. Goodbye for now. Enjoy your Sunday.